Open your banking app right now. I dare you. Scroll through the last 90 days and tell me you can account for every charge under $20. You can't. Nobody can, because the system is designed to make you ignore the small stuff. And that small stuff? It's draining $6,200 a year from your future. Welcome back to Smart Investing Journey. I'm Marcus. This channel is where broke ends and ownership begins. If you're tired of advice that shames you for coffee while ignoring six-figure leaks, you're in the right place. Subscribe if you haven't already. Let's talk about the money nobody told you was missing. You know that feeling when you check your account balance and think, where did it all go? You didn't buy anything big, no vacations, no new car, but the number keeps dropping, and you tell yourself the same story every month. I just need to earn more. I'll get serious next month. I'm pretty responsible, I just slip sometimes. Now hold on, because I'm about to tell you something that might feel like a relief and a gut punch at the same time. You are not the problem. Your willpower is not the problem. The problem is that you are operating inside a system engineered to extract small, silent payments from your account while you sleep. The subscription trial that auto-renewed, the delivery fee that felt like nothing, the account maintenance charge you stopped noticing. These aren't spending problems, they're structural problems. And structural problems require structural solutions. We talked about the $47,000 loneliness tax in our first video. Today, we're hunting the system tax. This one doesn't care about your feelings, it cares about your auto-pay. Today, we're running the Silent Tax Audit. 6 leaks, 6 categories of invisible wealth extraction, $6,200 on average every single year. And by the end of this video, you'll have the exact system to find every dollar, plug every hole, and redirect that money into wealth-building automation. But here's where it gets real. Most people will watch this, feel inspired for 10 minutes, and do absolutely nothing. I don't want that to be you, so grab a notebook. This gets tactical. Let's start with the most obvious invisible thief, the subscription tax. What most people get wrong about subscriptions is that they think they're making active choices. They're not. They're falling into pre-commitment traps designed by behavioral economists in Silicon Valley boardrooms. You sign up for a 7-day free trial to watch one documentary. You enter your card, you set a mental reminder to cancel, and then life happens. The reminder gets buried, and suddenly you're paying $14.99 a month for a service you opened twice. Now, hear me on this. The subscription model didn't become dominant because it's good for you. It became dominant because it exploits your optimism bias. You believe future you will be more organized than present you. Future you will cancel. Future you will use the gym app. Future you will read the premium newsfeed. But future you is just you with more emails and less time. And that optimism bias is worth $1,440 a year to the subscription economy. Let me give you a real case study. Alex is 27, works in marketing, makes $62,000 a year. Alex told me, I probably spend like $80 a month on subscriptions, max. We did the audit together. Netflix, Hulu, Max, Spotify, YouTube Premium, a meditation app from a stress phase in March, a fitness tracker from a New Year's resolution in January, a cloud storage plan for a project that ended in April, a new subscription, a meal planning app, a language app, 3 different software trials that converted. The total? $347 per month, $4,164 per year. Alex's jaw hit the floor. Not because Alex is reckless, because Alex is human. The system is designed to charge you while you sleep. Here's the fix: the Sunday subscription scan. Every Sunday, you open your bank statement and read every charge out loud. If you can't explain what it is in one sentence, you cancel it on the spot. No debate. No, maybe I'll use it next month. Cancel. Then you redirect every recovered dollar to your tiered defense system. Remember that from our emergency fund video? Same principle. Defense first, offense second. Leak number 2 is the convenience tax, and this one is personal for me because I used to pay it every single night. You finish a long day, you're exhausted. The fridge has ingredients, but they require effort. So you open an app. 2 taps, 35 minutes, food arrives, you tell yourself it's just this once, but just this once has a funny way of becoming 3 times a week. And that delivery fee, it doesn't feel real. It's not cash leaving your hand, it's a number on a screen. A number that quietly adds up to $1,560 a year. Now, I'm not here to shame anyone for ordering food when they're tired. I am here to tell you that the convenience tax is not about hunger, it's about decision fatigue. By 8 p.m., your willpower account is overdrawn. The apps know this. They send push notifications right when your energy crashes. They know your psychology better than you do. This is where we bring back the 3-question filter from our video on the 3 a.m. DoorDash habit. Remember that framework? Before any convenience purchase, you ask, is this planned? Is it priced? Is it progress? If the answer is no to 2 or more, you don't tap buy, you tap water. You tap leftovers. You tap the system you built on Sunday when you had energy. Let me tell you about Jordan. 29, remote worker. Jordan's convenience spending looked like delivery apps, premium parking, rush shipping, and pre-cut vegetables that cost 4 times the whole version. Jordan thought it was maybe $200 a month. The actual number? $430, $5,160 a year. Jordan wasn't lazy, Jordan was depleted, and the system was harvesting that depletion for profit. The fix here isn't willpower. It's pre-commitment. You meal prep on Sunday when your energy is high. You delete the apps from your phone. You keep a convenience budget in cash. When the cash is gone, the convenience is gone. Different habits, different systems, different outcomes. Now, hold on because we're only halfway through the audit. And if you're thinking, Marcus, I don't have $6,200 to lose, I need you to hear this. You do. It's already gone. The question is whether you let it leave again next year. If this is hitting home, drop a comment with the word audit so I know who's building with me. Let's keep going. Leak number 3 is the one that makes me the angriest, the expense product tax. What most people get wrong is believing that banks and brokerages are neutral. They're not. They're businesses, and their business model depends on you not reading the fine print. Account maintenance fees, minimum balance penalties, overdraft charges, and the big one, expense ratios on your retirement funds. Let me break this down because most people have never heard the phrase expense ratio. When you invest in a 401k or an index fund, there's a hidden annual fee. It might be 0.5%. It might be 1%. It sounds tiny, but here's the math. Over 30 years, a 1% expense ratio can eat up almost a quarter of your total returns. On a $500,000 portfolio, that's not a fee, that's $125,000. Gone, silently, automatically, every single year. Now hear me on this. The expense product tax is the most dangerous leak because it masquerades as responsibility. You're saving, you're investing, you're doing what they told you. But inside that responsible behavior is a wealth extraction mechanism you never voted for. Case study. Maya, 29, teacher. Maya had a 401k through her employer, target date fund. Set it and forget it. Very responsible. But the expense ratio was 0.9%. Maya also had a checking account with a $12 monthly maintenance fee because her balance dipped below the minimum twice a year. She had a credit card with an annual fee she forgot about, and she was paying foreign transaction fees on a card she used for one trip. We ran the Silent Tax Audit, switched her 401k allocation to a 0.03% index fund, moved her checking to a no-fee online bank, canceled the premium card, total recovered $420 per year. But here's where it gets real. That $420 invested at 7% for 30 years becomes $34,000. $34,000 from a 30-minute audit. Your bank account is leaking and nobody sent you a notice. The fix is the Sunday statement scan. 15 minutes, every charge, every fee, every percent. If you don't understand it, you call and ask. If they won't fix it, you move your money. You are the CEO of a one-person wealth operation. CEOs don't pay fees they don't understand. Leak number 4 is the lifestyle inflation tax, and this one is sneaky because it feels like an upgrade. You get a raise, $3,000 more a year. Amazing. But within 6 months, your apartment is slightly nicer. Your grocery store is slightly fancier. Your gas is premium now because the car runs better. Your phone plan has unlimited everything because I use a lot of data. And somehow that $3,000 vanished into a slightly shinier version of the exact same life. What most people get wrong about lifestyle inflation is that they think it's about greed. It's not. It's about anchoring. Your brain takes your current standard of living and labels it normal. Then it defends that normal with terrifying efficiency. Anything below normal feels like deprivation. Anything above normal feels like success. And the financial industry knows this. That's why credit card companies raise your limit when you get a raise. They know you're about to anchor higher. Let me tell you about Priya. 28, software sales. Priya got a $12,000 raise. Celebrate it wisely, no big splurge. But 6 months later, Priya's rent went up $400 a month because she moved to a better neighborhood. Her gym membership doubled because the new place had a spa. Her streaming upgraded to the 4K plan. Her coffee shop loyalty shifted from the $3 drip to the $6 oat milk latte with an extra shot. Small, gradual, invisible. The total new monthly burn? $1,200 a year in lifestyle creep. She didn't feel richer. She felt exactly the same, but her savings rate dropped from 15% to 4%. The fix isn't to never enjoy money. The fix is the 1% move. Every raise, every bonus, every side income dollar, 1% goes to lifestyle, 99% goes to your future self. You don't upgrade your life on autopay. You upgrade it on purpose. Audit like a CEO. Spend like a strategist. Leak number 5 and 6 are cousins. The payment psychology tax and the invisible fee tax. Buy now, pay later. Overdraft protection, microloan apps, auto pay oops penalties. These products are marketed as flexibility. They're not. They're debt traps wearing convenience costumes. The average user pays $520 a year in late fees, interest, and penalties from apps that promise no fees if you pay on time. But life doesn't run on time. Life runs on chaos, and they know it. Then there's the invisible fee tax. ATM surcharges, paper statement fees, wire transfer costs, foreign transaction fees, account closure fees. $400 a year minimum if you're not paying attention. $400 that could be in your Roth IRA. $400 that could be buying you ownership. The fix for both? Automation. The 6-flow system from our automation video. The Sunday alert. When your money moves on purpose, it doesn't leak by accident. Motivation is a lie. Discipline is overrated. Repetition builds wealth. But here's where it gets real. You can plug every leak in this video and still fail. You know why? Because most people treat money like a mood. When they feel abundant, they spend. When they feel scarce, they panic. When they feel motivated, they budget. When they feel tired, they ignore everything. You will never outdiscipline a system. You will only outsystem your impulses. That anxiety you feel when you check your balance, that anxiety is a tax. Automation is how you stop paying it. Sunday is when nobody's watching. That's exactly when you build the system that protects you when everybody is. The Silent Tax Audit isn't a one-time event. It's a monthly board meeting where you, the CEO, review the P&L of your life. Let's bring it all together. 6 leaks, $6,200. The subscription tax stealing $1,440 through forgotten trials and auto-renewals. The convenience tax extracting $1,560 by harvesting your decision fatigue. The financial product tax quietly eating $1,080 in fees and expense ratios you never agreed to. The lifestyle inflation tax upgrading your normal until your raise disappears. The payment psychology tax turning flexibility into $520 of penalties, and the invisible fee tax, $400 in charges so small you stopped seeing them. Now, hold on. I want you to imagine something. Imagine you run the Silent Tax Audit this Sunday. You find even half of that $6,200, $3,100. You don't spend it, you don't celebrate, you convert it, you automate it into your tiered defense system, your index funds, your future self. $3,100 a year invested at 7% for 30 years, do you know what that becomes? $340,000. That's not a typo, that's the math. Small leak, silent drain, massive loss. Or if you flip it, small fix, silent discipline, massive wealth. If you're 22, you have time on your side. Run the audit this Sunday. If you're 32, you still have time, but the leaks are deeper. Run the audit this Sunday. If you're 42 and watching this thinking you're behind, you're not behind. You're just beginning with more urgency. Run the audit this Sunday. Different age, different leak, same system. Write this down. The Silent Tax Audit has 3 steps: capture, categorize, cut, and convert. Capture every charge from the last 90 days. Categorize it into the 6 leaks. Cut what doesn't serve you. Convert every recovered dollar into automated wealth. That's it. No shame, no willpower, just systems. I want you to hear me on this. You are not broke because you're bad with money. You're not broke because you lack discipline. You are not broke because you buy coffee or take Ubers or enjoy your life. You are broke because you are fighting a system designed to make you ignore the leaks while it drains your account. And the moment you stop fighting with shame and start fighting with systems, everything changes. You are the CEO of a one-person wealth-building operation. CEOs don't hope, they audit. CEOs don't guess, they measure. CEOs don't wake up wondering where the money went, they build the machine that moves money before they even open their eyes. Where broke ends and ownership begins is not a tagline, it's a decision. It's the decision you make when you open your banking app not to judge yourself, but to inspect your operation. It's the decision you make when you cancel the subscription not because you're cheap, but because you're strategic. It's the decision you make when you automate your defense before you automate your lifestyle. The system is designed to charge you while you sleep, but you know what? You can build a better system, one that pays you while you sleep. Audit like a CEO, spend like a strategist, and watch what happens when the silent taxes finally go silent. If this video changed how you see your bank account, hit subscribe and turn on notifications. Next week, we're talking about the one skill that turns your side income into a 6-figure solo business. No fluff, just the system. Until then, run your audit. Drop a comment when you find your first leak. I'll see you there. Smart Investing Journey.